the first edition of Curvy Mixology, starring your homegirl, eDas the Soul Star. So today on this first episode, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make garnishes. Now, garnishes are super easy, but it's one of the first things that I learned in bartending. So I'm going to teach you guys how to make your drinks pretty and elegant. So starting with the lime. Now, I'm going to start with the first type of wedge, very basic wedge. You start by slicing it halfway, long ways. Bring it down on the table. You want to slice down the middle, catch the side at an angle, catch the other side at an angle, and there you have a wedge. If you want your wedge to fit on a glass, you want to cut a slice down the center, like so. Cut the slice down the center, boom. Then I'm just gonna follow the same steps in the first one. Down the middle, slant it to the side on one side, slant it to the side on the other side. Be really careful with your knife. And there you go. How do we know it fits on a glass? Because you created an incision, like so. Bam, super easy. So that is your standard lime wedge. We're gonna put those in here. Babe, how am I doing? Looking good? All right, great. So now I'm gonna show you guys how most bars slice oranges. Orange slices are great for a plethora of drinks, and it really just depends on what you want, and I'll teach you guys a little bit later on. The drinks that pair best with oranges, typically those also pair best with cherries as well. So I would say oranges and cherries, they go like hand in hand. As you can see, I'm slicing down the center very lightly so that if I put it on the edge of a glass, it fits perfectly. I'm slicing, and you have the perfect orange slice for any drink. And we slice it down the center so it fits on the side of the glass. What I have here, and I'm a professional, I got my cell phone. What I have here are my little trays that I keep my garnishes. So, all garnishes go in the tray, and you are ready for whatever drinks you are going to be making. This is just part one of the garnishes. There's other garnishes that other ways you can slice your garnishes. These are the most basic. But for today's lesson, and considering I'm almost out of limes, I'm not gonna cut them every single way. There's a half wheel, there's a whole wheel. We're not gonna do all of that. So, because we're gonna be making margaritas today, this is how I'm gonna slice these limes. Basically, each half of lime is gonna go into each separate drink. Okay? I am gonna be getting you guys started with a classic margarita. Now, what I like to do to save time, I'm gonna teach you guys how to count your pours. That's gonna teach you to save your money by saving your liquor. Amen? Can I get an amen from the choir member in the back?
Wow.
So, thank you for being in attendance, brother. Right on. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and make this margarita. Now, guys, margarita is one of the most simplest drinks that you can make. But again, I'm gonna be teaching you how to count your pours so that you can save on your liquor. Babe, how long we had this bottle?
About a good 2 weeks.
Yeah, about good 2 weeks. It's almost out of there, but a lot of people don't keep bottles past the weekend. So we're gonna teach you guys how to count your pours. And what I mean by that is giving yourself a perfect 1.5 ounces every time you make a drink. And by the way, 1.5 ounces is a standard in every drink. No need to go above, but if you do, you can count. Okay, let me give myself 2 extra counts, and then that way I'm still saving on my liquor. So what I mean by counting, there are 4 counts to an ounce. There are 4 counts to an ounce. More bounce to an ounce, 4 counts in an ounce. All right. So, because there are 4 counts in an ounce, there are how many counts in 2 ounces, babe? Is 8 counts in 2 ounces. So there's 4 counts to an ounce, so there's 8 counts to 2 ounces. All right. So, because we need 1.5 ounces, that's gonna be how many counts? 6 counts. All right, ready? Let's go. 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, 4 dot, 5 dot, 6 dot. Now, y'all probably wondering why am I saying dot? Because it's the easiest way I can count my seconds and be sure that I give myself a perfect 1.5 ounces every time, a perfect 6 counts. Now, some people like to go 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, that's fine. I like 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, 4 dot, 5 dot, 6 dot. And on your 6th count or your final count, you always bring the bottle down. So this is just our first drink. I'm gonna do it again. Now, you always wanna start with your tequila. Honestly, you can start with whatever ingredient you want. Now with this first drink, you want to squeeze your lime. I have a lemon zester. It pretty much does the same thing. I'm just gonna squeeze the juice. Get all of it. So it's a margarita, so you want that taste of lime. You may notice that on my bar in front of me, or to my right, I have sweet and sour. Now, typically you don't need sweet and sour and lime in your agave, which is what I use for my sweetener. So I only use a splash of it. I still use it, just not a lot, because you don't want it to be too sweet. Agave is something that's very sweet, so I only give myself about 1/2 ounce. This jigger is about 1 ounce, so I pour about half. All right, pour about half, and then boom, there you go. So now you got your tequila, you have your lime juice, and you have your agave. Now, a lot of recipes call for triple sec, but in this case, I'm gonna be using an orange liqueur. So typically that's about 3 counts, 0.75 ounces. So 1 dot, 2 dot, 3, boom. Set it down. All right, so this is basically your margarita. All you need now is to add ice. Boom, now you got your ice. Well, what's the next part? We wanna go ahead, take our shaker, pop it on top, and we wanna shake it. Now that you're shaking it, take off the top. Here's your strainer. Of course, you wanna put ice in your glass. Bartenders, we love a lot of ice. Why? Because the alcohol melts the ice very, very fast. And there you go. You want to garnish it with the lime wedge? Sure, why not? Here we go, boom. So this is, you grab a straw. This is basically the easiest way to make a margarita. If you want it strong, you want to add that real liqueur. They're not paying me, but I like Grand Marnier, aka that Grand Marnier. All right, and that's pretty much all there is to it, to the standard margarita. Whew, that's strong, but delicious. So once again, going over that, we did 1.5 ounces of tequila. We did 1/2 ounce of blue agave. It's what I have, or agave nectar, whichever one you find. Typically, you do 0.75 ounces or 3 counts of triple sec. I use Grand Marnier, aka Grand Marnier, to give it that extra kick. This time, I decided to not use the sweet and sour because honestly, it's good without it. Sweet and sour is basically just a replacement for your sour and your sweet. And since you already have that, you don't need this. If you don't have this, then you use this. You take your 1.5 ounce of your tequila. You get some of this right here. You want a triple sec. I prefer Grand Marnier, but if you don't have Grand Marnier, then you can get Bowls triple sec, and that's probably the next one below. I wouldn't get any other type of triple sec. And that's pretty much it. That's your margarita in a nutshell. If you don't have fresh limes, no worries. You can use sweet and sour mix. I mean, that's basically what it is. Alrighty guys, so now I'm gonna make that same margarita, but this time, no blue agave. Aww. I know, wah, wah, wah. No real lime juice. We are using the sweet and sour instead. So this one's a little bit easier to make, right? Because it's less ingredients. So what do we say? We're gonna count. We're gonna do 6 counts of the liquor, a standard ounce and a half. 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, 4 dot, 5 dot, 6 dot. So this is your typical ounce and a half of liquor, 6 counts. And then I'm still gonna do the grandma, because y'all know I love me some grandma, yay. 1 dot, 2 dot, 3. It's always down on the 3rd count, so as to not give yourself extra liquor. And this time we're gonna use some good old fashioned sweet and sour mix. Now, sweet and sour, honestly, I never really measure it out. I always give it just enough to be about that level on a glass, just because when you add your ice and you shake it up, it's gonna be pretty much what you need. All right, we're gonna add our ice. Wish the ice would break up a little bit better. I'm just a little upset about that. All right, so this one's still good. I mean, it's not made with the freshest ingredients, but it's pretty much made what you need. All right, and you guys may have seen people with different kinds of shakers where both ends of the shaker is 10. I'm gonna tell you, the best shaker is this Boston shaker, where one is a 10 and one is a pint glass. It's just the best way to do it. This is your margarita with sweet and sour. So as you can see, same drink, different method as far as your sweet and sour. But it's still, you got your tequila, you got your lime flavoring, and you got your orange flavoring, which is your triple sec, whichever one you typically choose to use. So that has been your tutorial on the standard margarita. You can make this at home. These ingredients they can be cheap to buy. It just depends on the type of liquor you prefer. Of course, the more higher shelf that the tequila is, the better it is. But overall, still pretty tasty. Yep, still good. They both taste like tequila and lime, and mommy likes. All right, well, that has been our final installment of today's episode, but don't miss our next episode. And tell a friend to like, share, subscribe to Curvy Mixology on YouTube. It's your girl, eDas the Soul Source, signing off, and I'll see y'all next time. Until then, bottoms up.